Think your hair is healthy? Think again. Ignoring the size of damage could be the reason your hair isn't growing, thriving, or holding up to your routine. If you're not properly assessing your hair's health, you could be stuck in a cycle of breakage, split ends, and constant frustration. Today, I'm breaking down the hidden dangers of neglecting your hair's condition, the key to identifying where your hair stands on the damage scale, and how to finally give it what it needs to recover. Here's the secret: not all damage is the same, and unless you know where your hair falls on the damage spectrum, you could be doing more harm than good. Let's start with the basics. Hair damage occurs when the hair shaft is compromised. The outermost layer of the hair, the cuticle, acts as a protective barrier. When the cuticle is intact, it keeps moisture in and protects the inner layers of your hair. Damage happens when the cuticle becomes lifted, cracked, or even stripped away entirely, exposing the inner cortex and leaving your hair vulnerable to breakage, dryness, and frizz. Damaged hair isn't a one size fits all situation. It can show up in several ways, including split ends, which can be the result of mechanical or thermal stress on the hair shaft; breakage, which is when the hair snaps mid shaft due to weakness or tension; porosity issues, because high porosity hair struggles to retain moisture. This is often due to overprocessing or environmental stress; and loss of elasticity, which is when your hair stretches and doesn't return to its original state. This is a sign of structural damage. So, to help my clients better understand their condition, I created a hair health scale and I use ranges from 1 to 10. This scale allows me to pinpoint where their hair stands and what it needs. And today I'm going to share it with you. So, level 1 to 2 is the picture of hair health. This is healthy hair. It has natural sheen and bounce. It feels silky with consistent texture down the strand. It stretches 30 to 50% when wet without breaking. Has excellent elasticity in its dry state with minimum shedding, anywhere between 50 and 100 strands of hair per day. It curls back into formation, and the cuticle has a smooth surface. When your hair is healthy, a basic maintenance routine is sufficient. You can shampoo it every 7 to 10 days. Regular conditioner is adequate. You can deep condition monthly. You have a minimal need for protein treatments, and you can handle moderate heat styling. If you're at level 3 to 4, these are the early warning signs of damage. So your hair starts to have a slight dullness to it. Minor texture inconsistencies along that hair strand is no longer smooth, some of it's rough. You notice some increased porosity, occasional split ends here and there, mild tangling, a slight delay in your curl pattern returning to its original form. You may see some cuticle lifting, but it's only visible under a microscope. And I love using my hair microscope to take a closer look at clients' hair. So in this case, I would increase the deep conditioning to biweekly, introduce light protein treatments, nothing too heavy. Definitely be more careful and preventive with heat styling. Consider protective styling to give your hair a break. Definitely use leave-in conditioners and focus more on moisture retention. If I assess your hair at a level 5 to 6, this is the turning point. Your hair has noticeable texture changes, increased porosity, split ends are becoming more and more common, loss of natural shine, tangles easily, your curl pattern return is delayed. You have visible signs of mechanical damage, more breakage, and obvious cuticle damage. In this case, I would recommend weekly deep conditioning, regular protein treatments as opposed to lighter ones. Protective styling would be highly recommended with minimal heat styling. Trims every 6 to 8 weeks just to help speed up the process of getting rid of that damaged hair. Daily moisturizing, pH balancing treatments, and using professional treatments over drugstore treatments. Level 7 to 8 is where critical care is needed. This hair has significant loss of elasticity, excessive porosity, multiple split ends per strand, breakage with minimal manipulation, severe tangling, limited curl pattern retention, widespread hair breakage, weakening, and a gummy texture when wet. This hair requires immediate professional intervention, weekly protein treatments, no heat styling whatsoever, incorporate protective styling, a complete product overhaul, trims every 4 to 6 weeks, daily moisture sealing. For this hair, pH treatments are crucial and consider a significant length reduction, meaning an aggressive cut or trim. And if you're at level 9 to 10, it's an emergency, so someone might want to dial 911. This hair has minimal to no elasticity. It breaks at the slightest touch. There may be some chemical damage, severe breakage, and split ends, a complete loss of texture. Your hair feels like cotton or straw. It breaks even when wet. You may even notice a change in color. And that cuticle, it's going to be completely eroded. For this is where the big chop is usually necessary. But if you don't want to do the big chop, you need intensive protein therapy, intense deep conditioning treatments, no manipulation styling. Medical intervention may be needed for your scalp, a complete product overhaul. pH restoration is crucial, and in this stage, you want to focus on scalp health and protecting your hair every day. We already know some of the causes of damage, but I'm going to break them down in this video. Mechanical damage. This can be caused by over manipulation from styling tools, brushes, or even tight hairstyles, which can weaken the hair. So you want to be gentle in handling your hair. Use wide tooth combs, detangling sprays, and avoid hairstyles that create tension on the scalp. Heat damage from excessive use of heat tools, which can break down the hair's natural proteins. Always use a heat protectant and keep your hot tools at the lowest temperature possible to get the job done. And chemical damage, as is the case here, overprocessing with dyes, relaxers, or perms can strip the hair of moisture and break your bonds. You want to limit chemical treatments and incorporate bond building products into your routine. Another cause of damage that doesn't necessarily come to mind would be nutritional deficiencies and hormonal imbalances. This can be from low levels of iron, beta-10, or omega 3s, which can weaken the hair, hormonal shifts, pregnancy, menopause, PCOS. These can also affect hair health. In this instance, you want to consult with your doctor to address deficiencies and consider supplements if needed. Also, you can make dietary changes to help improve the health of your hair. Environmental factors such as UV rays, pollution, and seasonal changes can damage your hair also. Always protect your hair with UV blocking products and keep it covered in extreme weather. Healthy hair requires both moisture to keep it hydrated and protein to maintain strength. However, depending on your hair's damage level, the balance may shift. For high porosity or severely damaged hair, focus on rebuilding bonds and replenishing moisture. Hair health starts at the scalp. Use scalp scrubs or soothing treatments with ingredients like tea tree oil, salicylic acid, or peppermint to clear buildup and encourage growth. Choose hairstyles that don't pull or strain your hair. Protective styles like twists or loose buns minimize handling and reduce breakage. The beauty of understanding hair damage is that it puts you in control. By recognizing your hair's specific needs, you can make empowered choices that lead to real improvement. No matter how damaged your hair feels today, there's always a path forward. Now, I want to hear from you. Where do you think your hair falls on the hair health scale? And what's one thing you're going to change in your routine after watching this video? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more hair care content that empowers you to take control of your hair's health. And if you want to learn more about how health affects your hair, be sure to watch this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.